Hi, good morning. My name is Ahmad bin Zainuddin. I'm a student from IMU and currently doing MBBS, and I'll be conducting a book review on the book Robbins, Cotran, and Kumar Pathologic Basic of Diseases, the 11th edition. Alright, so to first start off, what is so interesting about this book? What do I like about this book? So, this ebook is very comprehensive in the sense that it is very thoughtfully organized. One thing that shocked to me is that the consistent structure in each chapter, starting with normal physiology before moving into pathology. So it makes us understand that how does it normally look like, and then only then it compares us and shows us that this is what happens that if it's not normal, if it's disease, if it gets any infections or so on and so forth. And that makes it easier to build understanding step by step. And I also found that the key concept summary in the book that they have at the beginning of each chapter is very useful for quick revision before exams. So let's say that I've already studied, I've already read the material. So that means right before exams, I can flip through the pages quickly and I can read the key concepts that they have provided at the start of each chapter. Next, another feature that I appreciated is the detailed photo micrographs. So that means, especially for pathology, having very detailed, very clear images, it's very, very useful because then we are able to see that, oh, this is this and that is that. We can differentiate it very clearly. So, in chapters like inflammation and neoplasia, especially, it helps me visualize the disease process rather than just memorizing them. So the clinical correlations and case-based discussions also make the content feel more relevant and less abstract. Okay, that is for what I like about this book, my personal feelings. So briefly, I'll tell you what are the contents of the book. So this ebook covers both general and systemic pathology. In the general pathology section, it discusses fundamental mechanisms such as cell injury, apoptosis, inflammation, tissue repair, hemodynamic disorders, and neoplasia. That's just very general, very surface level, very off the top. And I found the explanation of the hallmarks of cancer particularly, is very clear and helpful for tying together multiple concepts. Because as much as they are all surface, cancer ties and touches each and every one of those topics. And the systemic pathology section then goes into organ-specific diseases. So we start off general, very big, very wide scope, and then we zoom in into narrow and very specific topics. So this includes cardiovascular, respiratory, gastrointestinal, and the endocrine systems. So each chapter integrates etiology, pathogenesis, morphology, and also clinical features. And I also noticed that the book highlights common exam topics, differences between like benign and malignant, and key diagnostic features of major diseases. So all in all, besides it just from general to narrow, even in the narrow, even in very zoomed in specific topics, they help you differentiate and tell, oh, disease A and disease B look similar, but they are different, and this is how you can differentiate them, which is very nice and a good touch on the book. And question number 4, does it suit you or any other programs in IMU and why? So, after everything that I've said, yes, this book is absolutely something that I would recommend and I would personally use, and I do personally use it because, especially for students in medicine and dentistry as well, biomedical can also, it aligns closely with what we learn in lectures and tutorials, PBLs, MMS especially. So I found it particularly helpful when preparing for pathology exams. We have OSPE, where they will give us pictures of slides and then they ask us, oh, what's this? What's A, B, C, D, E? So having a book that just quite literally walks you through each and every one of those things is, yeah, let's say it's very relevant to us and it's very necessary to have one. So it also benefits students in other health related programs who need a deeper understanding of disease mechanisms. And last but not least, question number 5, would you recommend this book to your colleagues and why? I said just now, yes, I would very, very much recommend this book. Although it can feel quite dense at times because it is a book that covers quite literally all kinds of diseases. It is a very reliable and detailed resource. What makes it worth is that once you understand a concept from this book, it tends to stick because of how well it is explained and reinforced with examples and images. So it is not only is it well structured, it is also well explained and very clearly explained with examples. So it is reinforced and also further strengthened with the different materials that they provided. So it's not just a textbook for exams, but a strong foundation for future clinical research learning, which makes it a valuable investment for any healthcare student. Thank you very much. That sums up my book review.